I'm Zach Hall. I have Mr. Rapp here, Norwood's athletic director. I'm doing my grad project on athletic directing, so I'm just going to ask him a couple questions. All right, Mr. Rapp, what made you decide to be an athletic director for your career?
Athletics were always something that I was interested in growing up. And the older I got, the more I liked the business aspect of it, of athletic directing and sport administration. So, went to college for athletic administration and sport management, and as time goes on, I learned to love it even more.
How old were you? Did you know in high school going in you wanted to be an athletic director, or did you decide a couple years into college?
Well, I knew in high school that I wanted to be involved in sport in some way. Whether athletic directing was always something I was interested in, and again, whether that was on the business end or athletic directing. But and then probably I would say the second year I was in college, probably my sophomore year, was when I really knew that athletic directing was the avenue I wanted to go.
Are you happy with your choice? Do you think it fits you well, and is it what you thought it was going to be going into it?
Happy with my choice, yes. Is it what I thought it was going to be? Yes, and then some. So there's always new challenges and new things that are changing that didn't even exist 10 years ago. So, but yeah, very happy with the choice.
All right. Now, where did you attend college and to study athletic directing, and what courses were required? I know you said business and sports management, but was there anything else?
Yeah, I went to Slippery Rock University, and the major there was sport management and athletic administration. And then there were a variety of classes. There's a lot of marketing, business, heavily focused on the legal aspect of it and the different laws. And then facility and event management. So those were some of the areas. There were various classes throughout that as well, but those were the areas that were specific to that major.
Right. Now I know Norwood's not your first job. Can you tell me about previous athletic directing, jobs at other schools, and what it was like?
Yeah, I was at Red Bank Valley High School, which is in District 9, and then also at Derry High School, also in Westmoreland County. Again, very similar. Each school operates differently, but athletic directing still, the nuts and bolts of it are still pretty much the same. You have to go to those procedures for each different school.
Yep. What made you come to Norwood when you saw there was a job opening? What interested you here?
Well, I think Norwood is one of those places, also in Westmoreland County. Norwood is one of those places, not just in Westmoreland County, but in the WPIL. In Western Pennsylvania. This is a special district, especially when it comes to athletics. Very fortunate in a lot of ways, and there were a lot of good people that I got to meet here and work with here prior to coming here. So, that certainly piqued my interest, and then the more involved I got, the more people I got to meet. I think it's a pretty special place.
Can you explain a little bit what you do on a daily basis? What does the job actually consist of besides the title?
We could be here probably for the rest of the day talking about that. And I think it just depends on the time of year and what's going on. Again, whether it's scheduling, that's probably the most popular thing that people think we do. But there's also a lot of college recruiting that goes into that. Event management, and a lot of different things from the eligibility factors from the school, from the students. So there's a lot of different things that go into that, but probably depends on the time of year that we're at.
Since obviously you have a love for athletics, or you want to be doing this job, is there any other careers you ever thought of, or or did you know you want to do something that was based around sports and athletics all day?
There was probably a point in time, maybe sophomore year of high school. For some crazy reason, I thought I wanted to be an architect, but that quickly went out the door, and ever since then, I think it's pretty much been something in sports.
Yeah. Now, what's your favorite sport to watch? Because I know you go to most of the athletic events. Which one's your favorite?
Now you're going to put me on the spot. You being a football star, football certainly one of my favorites. But I'll be honest with you, I really enjoy all of them. And had the opportunity, coming from Derry, even here, there's a few more sports. Field hockey and lacrosse is becoming very, very popular. So I really don't know if I could pick a favorite one, because I really do enjoy them all.
Makes sense. And lastly, would you recommend this job to anybody else if they have the same interest? And what skills do you think they should have going into it?
I mean, I certainly would recommend doing this if you're passionate about it. But I would also recommend anybody that wants to do that, really meet with people and understand what all is entailed in the job. I think there's probably a misconception out there that athletic directors just get to put together the schedules and put some officials on the floor and that's it. But there's a lot more to it. But I think there's a lot of business skills, especially in it's creeping into the high school and now that you really need to have. But I've enjoyed it. I wouldn't change it, and so if someone is passionate about that, I would certainly recommend it.
All right, that's all I got. Thank you.
All right, thanks a lot.